It's time for Tiger basketball. Join the Waynesville Lady Tigers and the Waynesville Tigers this season on 97.9 FM. Our game's brought to you by Air Serv Heating and Air, the Marys County Bank, Mailbox It, Lowe's Chevrolet, Memorial Chapels, Pepsi Cola Bottling Company, Flo's 66 Diner, Ed Morris Ford, Shelter Insurance Agents, Dave Holland in Richland and John Gregory in Crocker, and St. Robert Auto Supply. Let's go courtside and play some basketball with the Tigers and Lady Tigers in the 22-23 season.
Evening to you and yours out here at the Parkview High School Gymnasium, also known as Valhalla Court, where we await our varsity boys matchup here tonight. The Waynesville boys set to take on the Parkview Vikings. Connor Harbin here with you again tonight, 97.9 FM The Source. Should be another good contest here tonight, but a little bit of news right from the start. For the second straight game, it looks like Waynesville will be without leading scorer Tyreek Brooks. It was a problem in the game earlier this week. Didn't have Brooks available, did not have Antonio Todd. And while it does seem like Todd has come back here tonight, did play in that junior varsity game, although I do not see him shooting out there on the floor at the moment, we will not have Tyreek Brooks once again. So that does throw a little bit of a kink into tonight's matchup as Waynesville again continues that search for its 10th victory of the season. Going to be taking on a team today that's just above 500, a young team, but a team that's really flashed some talent here this season in the Parkview Vikings. Parkview 12-11 on the season. So Waynesville again, it's going to be kind of the same situation. Some of the same things we talked about earlier in the week, I guess I should say, on Tuesday. You're going to need some players to step up. You're going to need to be on your A game. You're going to need to get some efforts from guys maybe who don't do as much scoring or haven't done a whole lot of scoring here this season. Guys like Rayshawn Fowler, guys like Elijah Griffin, guys like Nico Fowl, if you're going to want to come on top in this contest. So, of course, here in a little bit, we will go ahead and take a look. We'll go ahead and compare and contrast these two teams just a little bit. But before we go any further, I do want to thank all of our sponsors here tonight who do make this broadcast of Waynesville basketball possible. Of course, big thank you to Gasco Sage Electric, Air Serv, Mailbox It, Lowe's Chevrolet, Home Plate Grill, Marys County Bank, Frisco Fuel. Big thank you to Misha, of course, for making all of this possible, all basketball games possible here in the state of Missouri. Waynesville Memorial Chapel, Ed Morse Ford, Phelps Health, the Bank of Iberia, Shelter Mutual Insurance, St. Robert Auto Supply, and the Bank of Missouri. So this is the first of two games back-to-back. We'll see the Waynesville boys. Of course, Waynesville, not going to say they need to conserve any energy. Of course, they'll need to go home and get a good night's rest. They'll be back in action tomorrow, our last Waynesville broadcast of the regular season. Now, I do know I have confirmed that we will be able to cover Waynesville district basketball, of course, for both the boys and the girls. But we'll go ahead and wrap up the regular season here tonight because of our district broadcast next week, starting on Monday. Going to be broadcasting Class 2 District 9 basketball. Of course, we've got a long broadcast. I'll tell you a little bit about all of that here tonight, but we're going to go and take ourselves our first timeout of the evening. We're going to go and take 2 minutes. When we come back, we'll go ahead and take a look at these two teams, kind of set you up for what to expect here in this one. Again, 8 minutes away from opening tip. Waynesville and Parkview here tonight. You're listening to Tiger Basketball, 97.9 The Source.
Gasco Sage Electric is owned by their consumer members who use their electricity and other services. They've been providing services to Camden, Marys, Miller, Phelps, and Pulaski counties since 1945. Much like electricity, Gasco Sage considers broadband internet to be an essential service, not just in the big cities, but right here in the rural communities they serve. They work hard at making a difference in the futures of the communities they serve. As a new G-Tech Fiber customer, you can soon be part of their high-speed fiber-to-home broadband network. Give them a call today, 573-759-7146.
Turn on the heat. Call Air Serv Heating and Air in West Waynesville and get your existing system checked and serviced. If it's time to step up and get a new system, the Luxair high-performance heating and air equipment is top of the line. Luxair sets the standard year in and year out with new features and innovations in the industry and has since 1954. Your Luxair system is just a phone call away at Air Serv Heating and Air at 433-3613 or stop by the office on Historic Route 66 in West Waynesville and ask about the Luxair Advantage. Mailbox It in St. Robert is now your complete shipping headquarters. Mailbox It is a UPS authorized shipping agent. They can ship your package UPS, accept UPS drop-offs, and can accept UPS returns with a shipping label. Add FedEx and the United States Postal Service, and why go anywhere else? Mailbox It is the go-to resource for packing, shipping, printing, and business service needs. Mailbox It is a copy, print, and document service center. They can even print your photos and canvases. Mailbox It, 213 Suite 3, St. Robert Boulevard.
The trucks are coming in and coming in. Lowe Chevrolet in Waynesville has vehicles on the lot with your name on it. Stop by and check out the selection. Take your pick and drive off the lot today with a new or pre-owned vehicle of your choice. Lowe Chevrolet can help you with financing, service, and so much more. Serving the community you live in for over 30 years. Lowe Chevrolet, off I-44, exit 156 in Waynesville.
And once again, back here at the Parkview High School Gymnasium. About 5.5 minutes left to go here in this pregame period. Of course, the varsity boys in action here tonight. The Waynesville Tigers taking on the Parkview Vikings. Once again, the big story here tonight for Waynesville, going to be without your leading scorer. You're not going to have Tyreek Brooks again here tonight. As we wait and kind of see here, once again, do not know the reason for the absence there. And of course, we can conjecture all we want. Not going to find any answers there. Not going to do us any kind of good. So you just got to look toward the future, and you got to realize, well, Waynesville's just going to have to play well without him. You've got some players out there on the floor who can make some things happen. Of course, we see there the starting lineup on the board. It looks like it's going to be a very similar starting lineup for what we saw in the game against Lebanon. But while we've got some time here, let's go ahead and take a look here at the two teams a little bit more in depth. Of course, Waynesville coming into this game 9-14 on the season, 2-3 in their last 5. Last time out, a 54-39 loss against Lebanon. Remember that game, very, very close for a long time, but Waynesville just falling apart down the stretch in that one. Before that, an exciting victory against Rolla. Unfortunately, might be the peak of the season thus far. Really kind of hope it's not the peak of the season thus far. Hopefully you can get yourself a couple more wins before this thing is said and done. But that is your last victory back on February 10th. Couple losses to West Plains and Hillcrest, 57-45, 57-48. And then, of course, that win against South Iron back on January 27th, 60-54. So we take a look at Parkview again. Like I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, they are 12-11 on the season. In their last 5, they are 3-2. Wins over West Plains and Branson. Defeated the Zizzers 59-44. Defeated the Pirates of Branson 79-61. A loss to Central out of Springfield. Waynesville still yet to play, of course, the Bulldogs. This Parkview team did fall to them 58-56. A win against Camdenton 60-32. And then a loss against Battle 64-52. Again, your last 5 there for the Parkview Vikings. Compare and contrast once again. Let's take a look here at some numbers for you. Parkview, Class 5, District 6. They've won 52% of their games this season. 2-4 here at home here at Valhalla Court. Again, kind of a neat nickname for a team called the Vikings, but again, here at Valhalla Court. 4-2 on the road, 6-5 in neutral and tourney games. They average 58.3 points a game, and they allow 54.3 points a game here this season. Meanwhile, Waynesville, Class 6, District 2, 9-14 on the season, 2-4 at home, 3-3 on the road, and 4-7 in neutral site games. 48.6 points a game here this season, 52.4 points allowed this year. Common opponents, both teams lost to Bolivar. Parkview defeated Branson. Of course, Waynesville lost to Branson very early on in the season. Glendale, Waynesville defeated the Falcons. Yet to see that Parkview-Glendale matchup. A win for Parkview over Hillcrest, a loss to Hillcrest for Waynesville. Both teams lost to Kickapoo. Parkview defeated Lebanon by 1, while Waynesville lost by 15. Of course, that game earlier in the week. Waynesville, we know, it only shows the one game against Rolla, but we know last win against Rolla for Waynesville. And then Parkview yet to play the Bulldogs. And then West Plains, like I just said, it was Parkview defeating West Plains by 15. Waynesville falling to the Zizzers by 12. Last time out here, it was a loss for Waynesville. That was last season, back on January 11th, 2022. It was a 57-50 win for the Parkview Vikings. But Waynesville, they are 7-9 against the Vikings as far as Misha is concerned, as far back as Misha goes, going all the way back to 2009. That's about where Misha started keeping direct track of pretty much all of those numbers. Can't think of anything before 2009. Of course, I was about 14 at the time, not really thinking about getting on the air someday. But either way, we got about 2 minutes now. Like I said, want to go ahead and go over the schedule for the rest of the week before we get to your starting lineups, before we get going into this one. We've got 2 more boys broadcasts here this week. Obviously, we have this one for you tonight. Then tomorrow, we will have the boys back in action at home in Waynesville, taking on the Camdenton Lakers. That'll do it for our coverage, though. Of course, Waynesville, they don't stop there. They'll have a game next week against Central to wrap up the regular season. Won't be covering that one there. We will be in, I believe, either Richmond or Lakeway on that day. But we'll pick them back up for districts in Eureka at the beginning of March. Of course, the girls, they also play next week. Just one game for them, a makeup game. Actually, no, 2 games for the girls next week. One of those a makeup game. They'll be taking on the Bulldogs of Central, and then they will be taking on the Camdenton Lady Lakers in a makeup game. That game going to be played in Camdenton. So that's the look for Waynesville here. Of course, both teams looking for a double-digit win season. Down the stretch here, only a few games left to be had here in this one. So if you want that 10th win, you're going to need to get it here in the next few games. Of course, you'll have an opportunity in then districts, but we'll see how things go. Got our national anthem coming up here real soon. We'll go ahead and take one final timeout. When we come back, starting lineups, and we'll get going here in this one. Again, Waynesville and Parkview. You're listening to Tiger Basketball right here, 97.9 The Source.
Fall is in the air, but this family is in turmoil. Here's Mom, Dad, and even little Sally. Why are they upset? Well, there's the laundry, the dishes, the floors, the office, the yard work and PTA, the homework, soccer, and dance class. And nobody has time to cook a good meal. All right, family, now huddle up. Here's the plan.
Home Plate Grill of Dixon is not only the place to get a great home-cooked meal anytime, but you also get outstanding service that is quick and affordable. Home Plate Grill of Dixon, down-home comfort food and exceptional service that keeps you coming back again and again.
Hi, this is Brad Shelton at the Marys County Bank. Every day, the Marys County Bank touches every corner of your life and supports you as you turn your life's goals into accomplishments. Whether it's purchasing your first car, opening a small business, buying a home, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. From your first car to a new life after retirement, the Marys County Bank is there for all your life's milestones with our full line of products. Stop by one of our 10 locations and see how the Marys County Bank can support your dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back here once more, Parkview High School, where we are just about to announce starting lineups. Get going here in this one. Again, the Waynesville Tigers on the road. Their second of 3 games here this week, taking on the Parkview Vikings. Connor Harbin here with you, 97.9 The Source. Glad you could join me for another evening of basketball. Very busy this season, of course, but we've got ourselves 2 more games here this week before launching into a 6-day schedule. And next week, basketball on 6 of the 7 days of the week. We're only taking Sunday off. It's going to be a 12-game week for us. Starting lineups here first for Waynesville. This is how they're going to look here tonight. First one out on the floor, of course, Elijah Griffin. We'll also have Luther Sapanzik in tonight's starting lineup. Rayshawn Fowler earns his way back in. We'll have DJ Horry for the second straight game. And then rounding out the starting lineup, you'll have the big guy. That'll be Nico Fowl. Waynesville, coached by Chris Pills, assisted by Carl Wilking and Rick Sapanzik. 9-14 on the season, looking for that 10th win of the year. Now we go ahead and take a look here at the lineup for the Parkview Vikings. And apologies in advance, do not have Heights on their roster there, but we'll make some inferences once we get going. Of course, you might recognize some of these names from football season. First one out on the floor, that's going to be Carlitos Sanchez. And then also out on the floor, how about Elias Govan? You also have out on the floor Jameel Johnson. That'll be Kevin Parker also out there on the floor. Your lone senior for the Vikings. Kind of had senior night all to himself here tonight. Kind of a fun look for him. And then finally rounding out the starting lineup, that'll be TJ Hill. So Sanchez, Govan, Johnson, Parker, and Hill for the Vikings here. And I'll tell you, Jameel Johnson right now, just kind of taking a look at him, he's going to be one inside. He's quite the tall player out there. Sanchez, going to be your guard. A little bit shorter, a little bit on the shorter side. But this is a team with some height. This is a team with athleticism. You're just going to have to be on your A game here tonight. Who will be the hero of this game for Waynesville? Will it be Griffin? Remember, Griffin had the 3-point shot going early against Lebanon. Kind of cooled off there as the game kind of continued on. But might look for him outside a little bit. Luther Sapanzik, he's really starting to get it going on the blocks. Nico Fowl. Always know he's good for 8, 10, 12 points a game if you can get it inside to him. And, of course, Rayshawn Fowler. Going to look for him to drive to the basket here. Continue to be aggressive. create some opportunities here for Waynesville. Can't be passive. 35 points or so is not going to get it done in many ball games. It's going to be foul to jump here for Waynesville. Going to be Johnson to jump for Parkview. Parkview easily wins the tip. It'll be the Vikings who start the game with the basketball, as it's Sanchez who comes across to the top of the key, passing it over to the right wing. Kevin Parker with the basketball, top of the key, over to Sanchez once more. Coming to his right, standing top of the key. Over to the left wing now, big pump fake. Johnson now going to take the shot, got it to go. Excuse me, that'll actually be Kevin Parker on the three. And Parkview takes a quick lead. The left side of the floor, here is Rayshawn Fowler. Near the half-court line, passing it over to the right. Horry takes control. Horry over to Griffin to the wing, now on over to Fowl. Fowl on over now to Griffin. Griffin dribbling to the wing, over now to Fowl, back to Griffin. Griffin looking to drive all the way to the basket here, steps through, but he's called for traveling. Ball back over to Parkview. So the Vikings take control. Back with the basketball now. A minute gone by here in this first quarter. Nice spacious gym here in Parkview. Big space behind the baseline there. Don't know if that'll matter too much, but it does give it a bit of a neat look. Now the long, wide bleachers. Here's a three-pointer. That's going to be TJ Hill on the shot. No good. Rebounded by Fowl. Parkview coming up empty. Waynesville on the rebound. Of course, I'm up in the bleachers here tonight. Able to create some space from amongst the fans. So a bit isolated up here, but got a full view of the floor. Always nice. Rayshawn Fowler coming into the corner here. Almost stolen away by Parkview, but they step out of bounds with it. Ball will stay here with Waynesville. Parkview also a large coaching staff, I should mention. 5 coaches down there. Or at least 5 in suits. One might be a manager down there. Of course, also don't list your coaches there. I'll get the head coach's name off of Misha here in just a moment for you. Program just giving you the names, the numbers, and the years. No heights on either roster here today. It is what it is. We can just go by the eye test. Like I said, Emil Johnson down there. Just a couple inches taller there than Fowl, so I'd say about 6'6", 6'7" or so. Fowl with the basketball beyond the volleyball line, going to the right elbow. Fowler going to put the ball on the floor here, looking to drive on Johnson, pass it back out to Horry. Horry back to half court, going to find Griffin now. 5:48 left to go in the quarter. Griffin stopped, double teamed here, in some trouble. Jump ball's going to be called. No, a foul's going to be charged here to Parkview. We'll say he caught the arm before getting his hands on the basketball. Game's first foul going to be called on the senior Kevin Parker. So Parker with the only 3 points of the game, but also the game's only foul. Sapanzik inbounds it here. Fowler moving left baseline. Steps underneath. Flips it off to Fowl. Fowl, 12-footer. Back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson going to find that's going to be a new player in the ball game. Oh, nope, excuse me. That's Elias Govin on the run. First time he's touched the ball tonight. Outside to the corner. Another three-pointer for Hill. No good. Rebounded by Govin. His shot's no good. Another rebound. Simply reaches over the top of Horry. Comes down with it and puts it in for 2. Like I said, they got some height. Govin himself about, I'd say about 6'4", 6'5" or so. So again, for the combination of Horry and Fowl, it's going to be a bit of a battle tonight. They're going to have to work inside. They're going to have to box out, and they're going to have to haul in those rebounds. 5-0 now our score. Already 3 minutes gone by in this first quarter. Horry dribbling over to the left elbow before dumping it off to Fowl now. Fowl one dribble over to Griffin. Griffin back to Fowl. Fowl looking for somebody to get open. Now finds Fowler again just shy of the half-court line. Waynesville very patient on the attack here. Still looking for that first basket. Here's Fowl on the right wing. Pump fake going back out to Griffin. Few Waynesville faithful on the other side of the floor. Also to my right, actually. So look over there. Here's Fowler all the way to the basket. Blocked by Johnson. Might have been a goaltending call there. I think that ball might have been on the way back down. But here's Carlito Sanchez for 3. Good. Might have been a goaltending call. That ball, I think it already reached its apex, but we'll have to get past that one. It's 8-0. Horry here in the right corner now. Couple dribbles inside, going to Sapanzik. Working on the much taller Johnson. Has the ball stripped away by Sanchez on the floor now. We'll have jump ball call. The arrow's going to be pointing toward Waynesville. They'll keep control of the basketball. Get our first substitutions here. Desaya Green, Anthony Nunda checking into the ball game here. So we have a timeout. It's going to be a timeout taken here by, I believe, timeout taken by Waynesville. So Coach Pill's going to take himself a 30-second timeout. We'll match back in 30. You're listening to Waynesville Tiger Basketball.
An independent company, family-owned and operated. That's Frisco Fuel LLC in Stoutland, bringing the fuel you need to the farm and the business to keep things running and the production moving forward. Frisco Fuel LLC is a fuel delivery service located on Keepsake Road in the Frisco League community of Stoutland. Their high-quality products, reliable on-time deliveries, competitive prices, and friendly customer service set them apart from all the competition. And with 24/7 service, Frisco Fuel is there when you need them, and they're just a phone call away at 417-763-3835. When the fuel on the farm or your business is running low, call Frisco Fuel, and the delivery trucks will be on their way.
Back here once again at the Parkview High School Gymnasium, Valhalla Court. Elijah Griffin with the basketball as we get back to it. Waynesville trailing 8-0. Already halfway through this first quarter of play. Waynesville still looking for its first bucket. Griffin going to pass it off here. Fowler. Fowler beyond the volleyball line. Waynesville remaining very patient, though. Despite trailing early. Fowler going to the right elbow. Foul comes up with it. Guarded by Nunda. Trying to zip it out to the corner here. Horry can't bring it in. Ball back over to Parkview. So again, mentioned Anthony Nunda. Desaya Green checking in. Nunda, the quarterback for the Parkview Vikings. Of course, broke that long losing stretch this year. Defeated Hillcrest, school we saw earlier this season. Here is Nunda, three-pointer from the right corner. Good. So already 3 threes tonight for the Vikings. The game plan is clear, and it's an 11-0 start here for Parkview. Griffin moving to his left, over to Foul. Top of the key, here's Fowler. Fowler driving in, underneath, on the right block now. Back outside, going to go to Griffin. Griffin up top here, going to go on over to Fowler. Fowler guarded by Govan. Here's Griffin now, over to Foul. Foul lost control of the dribble here, going to be whistled for traveling. Ball back over to Parkview. So Waynesville, well, the offensive struggles are clear. And as long as you don't have Tyreek Brooks, I think that's going to be something that Waynesville's going to have to overcome. Who's going to be the one to step up and be the scorer right now? The outset of this ball game doesn't look like anybody wants to be that guy. Here's Nunda once again for three, looking for another. Front of the rim, rebounded by Foul. He'll find an outlet pass in Griffin as he wants to come up the right sideline. Moving now to the left, top of the key. Passing it back to Foul now. Foul on over. Here's Griffin, spinning to his right. Going to take the jumper here, off the back of the rim. No good. Fighting for the rebound. Foul comes up with it. Fadeaway shot. No good. Rebounded here underneath. Coming up with the rebound. That'll be TJ Hill. Hill up the four here to Green. Back now to Hill. Traveled before the shot, though. Drained it, but going to be called for traveling. Took too many steps. Stepping into his shooting motion. Ball back to Waynesville here. Still trying to get on the board with 2 minutes left to go in the quarter. Fowler in control. Coming up the left sideline now. Going to be met by a double team as he crosses half court. Leaps, finds Sapanzik. Sapanzik dribbling with the left, has it poked away by Hill. Parkview comes up with the steal. Back the other way now. Parker going to be fouled. First foul coming up here on Waynesville. No, excuse me. How about the second foul charged to Waynesville? Or maybe. Hold on. Nope, that will be the first foul. Charged here to Luther Sapanzik. So Sapanzik picks up number one here. 90 seconds left to go in the quarter. Nunda going to hand it off here. Hill over to the right wing. Going over to Nunda again. Top of the key. Here's Parker, guarded by Griffin. Left side here. Here's Hill. Back to Parker. Parker over to Hill. Baseline. That's going to be Tayshawn Finley. Saw lots of him in the JV game. Here's another three. It's good. Make that 4 straight threes now. This time TJ Hill gets his name in the books, and it's 14-0. 14-0 run to start this ball game here. Fowler, he's going to have it stripped away and stolen. Josiah Green comes up with it. Now another foul charge here to Waynesville as Rayshawn Fowler trying to get it back. He picks up the foul. So that'll be Waynesville's second foul now as Elias Govan checks back in the ball game. Green to inbound from the sideline here. Toss it in over to Nunda, who comes across. Picked up by Fowler, hands it off over to Hill. Hill coming to his right, going for the oop layup, no good, but a whistle and a foul. Going to be charged here to Horry. We're heading to the line for two. So Govan to the line, shooting two. Fouls on DJ Horry. First free throw up, and it's good. It's our first trip to the line tonight for either side. Again, Parkview showing a preference for that outside shot. Govan now with three, although it's come the other way. The two-pointer and a free throw. Second free throw, though, is no good. So, the moment for Parkview, you've got five scores, all with three apiece. Elijah Griffin dribbling into a double team here, trying to create some space, trying to throw it to Sapanzik. Ball's knocked away and stolen once more. Here comes Green, trying to float the youth layup, and they got it this time. Govan good for two. A 17-0 run here. Fowler passes it back to Griffin. 20 seconds left to go in the quarter. Griffin to Fowler, back to Griffin, coming through middle of the lane. Trying to dump it off to Horry on the right block. Horry can't pick it up, but it's picked up by Griffin. Here's Fowler, over to Horry in the corner. Pump fake. On to Fowler. 3 seconds left to go in the quarter. Fowler moving to his right. Whistle, blocking foul. And Waynesville inbound from the sideline here with just a second. Well, Waynesville about to be blanked unless they can find a basket here in the first second. And I know it's easy to say, well, we're without our leading scorer here tonight, but there's been very little decisiveness in this quarter. Here's foul, fadeaway three to end the quarter, too hard. And we'll end the quarter in a 17-0 run. So, 17-0 our score after one. We'll be back here in 60 seconds. You're listening to Tiger Basketball, 97.9 The Source.
Role models are more important than ever in today's society. You can serve as a role model for others the next time you display good sportsmanship at a high school athletic event. Good sports are winners and are also vital to preserving our fine sports traditions. So the next time you attend a sporting event, remember to be a good sport and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
What if you stepped out of the picture tonight? How would you want to be remembered? And who would make decisions about planning your funeral service? This is Martin Vernon, owner of Memorial Chapels and Crematory. We help families create meaningful services that respect and honor the memory of their loved one's life. At Memorial Chapels and Crematory, we offer our support and guidance when your family needs us the most.
Time for the second quarter here at Valhalla Court in Springfield, Parkview High School. Well, I've already said it a couple times, but it really does bear repeating. Waynesville going to need to find any kind of decisiveness on the offensive side of the floor. 17-0. First time in a long time I've seen Waynesville or any school just flat out blanked in a quarter. Elias Govan with the basketball here for the Vikings. Off to Kevin Parker now. Fade away, moving to his left. Shot up no good. Loose rebound here. Goes out of bounds. They'll say Waynesville ball. 4 3-pointers for Parkview in that first quarter. Elias Govan, your leading scorer for the Vikings. He's got 5. Waynesville, several turnovers here in this one. Trying to break this Parkview half-court trap. Gotten themselves into several sticky situations. Foul on over to Griffin here. Griffin coming to his right. Trying to dribble around Jameel Johnson. Instead, pass it back on over to Foul. Foul going inside, right elbow. Here's Sapanzik. Back to Foul now. Catches it in stride, has it stripped. Falls in the hands of Sapanzik, though. Sapanzik to the right block, trying to go over the top of Johnson. High off the backboard, it's in. So Luther Sapanzik breaks the scoreless streak. Here's a 3-pointer back the other way, though. Immediately good. That'll be TJ Hill. He'll hit his second three of the game, 20-2. Foul sideline. Gets it back out now to Fowler. Over to Griffin. Griffin taking the three. Too hard, no good. Out of bounds. Parkview leading by 18, 6:45 left to go in the half. Top of the key, Johnson. Over now to Hill. Hill wide open for the three. Front of the rim, though. Waynesville catching a break. Sapanzic's got the rebound. Might have been a breakdown of communication there. Still standing all alone on the top of the key. Fowler going to find Griffin in stride, trying to go block to block, but Parkview there to take it away. Sanchez up the floor, over to Parker. Parker now to Hill. Hill shot from the right elbow, too hard. Ball ends up out of bounds. They'll say last touch by Sapanzic. It stays with the Vikings. Sanchez quickly inbounds it here. Parker three-pointer from the right corner. It's good. So Waynesville just going to have to find a way to guard the perimeter here. These three-pointers, they're going to continue to fly and fly and fly. We'll see if they have any answers, but at the moment, it's now a 21-point deficit, 23-2, with about 6 minutes remaining here in this first half. Back in 30, you're listening to Waynesville Tiger Basketball, 97.9 The Source.
When it comes to great deals on the best-selling trucks 46 years running, Ed Morse Ford in St. Robert has your back. I'm Mike Freeman, and I'd like to invite you to come in during Ford Truck Month. Hurry in now to take advantage of 0% financing for 36 months on new 2022 F-150s, or choose 3.9 for 72 months plus a $1,000 Ford rebate and huge Ed Morse discounts. For a truckload of savings, don't miss Truck Month going on now at Ed Morse Ford St. Robert. Get back by Morse today. Offer ends March 31st.
After the timeout, 6:01 left to go in this first half. Elijah Griffin near the half-court line, over to Val to Fowler. Fowler driving through, shot blocked by Johnson. Has it stripped away. Sapanzic going to pick it right back up. Sapanzic trying to get himself some space. Ends up being a foul called against Parkview. Foul called on Johnson there with the body. He'll pick up his first. 23-2 our score. Waynesville again. Just a complete lack of offense here. On the defensive side, the outside shot's been punishing here, but Waynesville just needs to find a way to create any kind of offense. Driving to the basket here, attacking, drawing some fouls, or just starting to shoot from outside. This patient approach isn't going to work. Here's Nico Foul for three from the left wing. No good. Rebounded by Govan. Govan up the middle of the floor, on over to the right corner. Here's Parker again for three. Good. 26-2 now. 5:17 left to go in the quarter. Waynesville normally a very patient team here, but the time to be patient's already gone. You got to find something going here. Foul, left wing. You're only hurting yourself running off all this cloth. Fowler over to Griffin now. Griffin to the right wing, spinning to his left beyond the volleyball line. Top of the key, Foul over to Fowler. Fowler looking to attack Govan, now steps back out beyond the line. Goes over to the right, over to Griffin. Griffin top of the key to Sapanzic. Sapanzic driving on Johnson here. A little bit of contact, throws it off the glass and in. Sapanzic finds himself another bucket now. Even fighting through the contact there. He's got four, all four. Hill on over to Parker. Parker guarded by Griffin. Pass goes inside. Johnson shot over foul. Whistle, foul, 2 free throws. Excuse me, the foul's actually going to go on Rayshawn Fowler. His second. Guess he got a hand in there. Thought the foul was going to go on Foul. But clean for now. His foul is the first free throw. Rims out. No good. Johnson still looking for his first points here. And Parkview really just focused on the three-pointer tonight already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 threes. 21 of their 26 have been from outside. The other 5 have been from the hand of Elias Govan. There's not as much of a three-point threat. Wouldn't be surprised, though, if we see one before tonight. Second free throw, also no good. Waynesville comes down with the rebound. Coming back now with it. Fowler across the line. Started here by Parker. Going over to foul. One dribble, two dribble. Hands it off over to Griffin. Griffin here, patient, setting up the offense. Screen set by Foul to the right. Passing it off to Fowler. Fowler double teamed. Still has the dribble, going to use it. Going up the right sideline here. Into the corner he goes. Briefly looked baseline. Instead trying to go inside to Foul. Foul does come up with it. Takes it back outside into the corner. Up to the wing now to Fowler. Fowler looking to attack here. Step back jumper. Left side of the rim, no good. Rebounded here by, that's going to be back in the ball game now to Saya Green. Green stepping up over now to Hill. Hill, open three-pointer, rolls out, no good. Green left untouched, though, well alone on the left block for the rebound. And he finishes for two, 28-4. Here comes Griffin here, going to dribble all the way to the left baseline. Picked up by Green as he gives it back up top to Sapanzik. Sapanzik now baseline, up top, Fowler. Fowler to the right elbow. Out now to Griffin. Griffin, long three-pointer. Back to the rim, long rebound, hauled in by Johnson. Johnson left wing, on over to Nunda. Parker back to Nunda. Nunda open three over the top of Fowler's, no good. Foul fighting for the rebound, ends up in the hands of Johnson, though. He'll miss the shot, but he's again fouled. We'll head to the line for two. Waynesville had a chance at the rebound there, just couldn't keep control of the basketball. So that foul will be on Nico Foul this time, his first. Team fifth. First free throw for Johnson is good. 29-4 now. Free throw number two now. That one's also good. This time, Johnson goes 2 for 2 as we get a couple more substitutions. Chris Young into the ball game, as well as Christian Cordova. A couple more names I recognize from football season. Of course, Waynesville getting the better of Parkview during football season this year. One of a few wins for the Tigers on the campaign. Fowler looking to drive all the way to the basket, to the right block. Block from behind. Wow. Might have been a little more contact for my liking. Here comes Parker, top of the key. He's going to drive all the way in. Up and around, right wing. Christian Cordova for three. Back of the rim. High rebound. Waynesville trying to save it. Both Fowler and Griffin going after it, but they're unable to do so. It stays here at Parkview. $2:19 left to go in the half here. Nunda toss it over to the left wing here. Parker driving middle of the lane. The hook shot's good. Parker's first shot inside the lane. He becomes the first Viking into double digits tonight. Got 11 now, 32-4. Griffin to Fowler into the corner here. Checking in for the first time. Defy Isaac. Of course, saw him on senior night against Lebanon. He's going to be fouled. He'll head to the line for two. And that's really what I want to be seeing. Glad to see Isaac come off the bench here, be aggressive, drive to the basket. And he draws a foul for it. Not we shot I got one earlier. And Isaac does miss the first free throw. Second free throw up and away for Isaac. Off the backboard, no good. It stays 32-4. Minute 55 here. Parker for three, right wing, too short. Offensive rebound, though. Nunda comes up with it. Into the corner. Here's Chris Young for three. That's too hard. Rebounded, though, by Green. Green trying to dump it off to Parker. Goes out of bounds. They'll say last touch by Griffin, who got in the way of that pass. Vikings to inbound from underneath. Nunda looking to inbound. Lobs one up here. Griffin going to get in front of it. He'll take it away. 2-on-1 back the other direction. Griffin going to go all the way in himself. High off the backboard, no good. Here comes Horry on the follow-up. Can he finish it off? No, he can't. Misses the shot. Rebounded here by Parker. Missed opportunity there for Waynesville in the 2v1. It's Cordova. Trying to combine his names there for a moment. Trying to say Casanova. Here's Young for another three. Front of the rim. Horry, nice box out. Hauls in the rebound. Minute 13 left to go in the half now. Griffin, left sideline. Flips it to the other side of the floor. Here's Fowler. Fowler to the right wing, beyond the volleyball line, over to Griffin now. Griffin lost control of the dribble here, going to let it fall a little bit. Fowler there to pick it up, but he'll be fouled. Foul charge here to Parkview. Charge here too. That'll be picked up by Anthony Nunda. Again, 15 foul. We get some more substitutions. Jameel Johnson, Elias Govan back in the game. Foul takes the inbounds pass here. 51 seconds left to go in the half. Foul going to pass it off here. Fowler. Fowler guarded by Green. Fowler moving to his right. Big screen set by Foul. He'll get it back. He'll look for a three-pointer. Too hard. Back iron. Rebounded by Govan. Trying to float one down here. Foul going to use all of that 6'5 frame to leap up, grab it down, and pass it up the floor. Here comes Fowler behind his back. All the way in. Right side layup. No good. Rebounded by Horry. Horry there for the putback. It's good. So a great steal there by Nico Fowl. Again, leaping all the way in the air for that one. Then the wherewithal to pass it down the floor where Horry is able to finish off the shot. 13 seconds, though, left to go in the half, though. Parkview looks to hang on here, maybe for the final shot. Going to bet it's a three-pointer here. We'll see who takes it. If trends are to be believed. No, here's Govan. He's going to look to attack the basket. Well, I was wrong, but he's unable to finish the 9-footer. And we'll head into the locker rooms. A 26-point ball game. So Waynesville, again, one of the big questions for however long they're without their leading scorer, Tyreek Brooks, is who's going to be the one to really step it up here on offense? A lack of decisiveness there. Some missed opportunities inside. Well, you got to figure some things out. You got to start game planning for the second half. But we do have about 10 minutes here in our halftime period here today. Of course, we'll see what kind of adjustments both teams make when we come back. But at the moment, it is Parkview 32, Waynesville 6. You're listening to Waynesville Tiger Basketball, 97.9 The Source.
Wondering where to go for care at Phelps Health? For non-life-threatening conditions that require ongoing care and prevention, like annual checkups or colds, make an appointment with one of our primary care providers. When you need immediate attention for non-life-threatening health matters, like a cut that may require stitches, our immediate care clinics in Rolla and Waynesville are here to help. And if you're experiencing life-threatening medical issues, the Phelps Health Emergency Department is committed to caring for you when you need it most. Visit phelpshealth.org to learn more.
When the chaos is over and the dust settles, it's a relief to see that big old tree you've always loved still there, unharmed and confident. Confidence that brings about trust and comfort from a full-service bank right here in your own community. Your one stop for savings, checking, home equity and auto loans, and CDs and money markets. That's your protection from the storm.
The Bank of Iberia in 2 locations, Iberia and Waynesville. Come on in to the Bank of Iberia.
In sports, success is measured in the number of points scored, in games won, and in championships earned. At Shelter Insurance, we measure success in the quality of our products and services, in our community support, and being there when you need us. In fact, 9 out of 10 people surveyed with a claim would recommend Shelter to a friend. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For a free insurance review,
for auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, John Gregory, your Shelter Insurance agent in Crocker.
or stop by and see me, Dave Howlett, your Shelter Insurance agent in Richland.
New Year's savings all the way through February at St. Robert Auto Supply, your Napa parts store. Get $20 to $25 rebates on the purchase of Legend and Legend Premium AGM and AAA branded automotive batteries. Since it's the coldest time of the year, several Napa brand battery chargers are on sale too, as well as booster cables. Save 50% on Napa night vision headlights. All the oil and antifreeze you'll ever need, you'll find at St. Robert Auto Supply. And pick up a gallon jug of Peak Window De-Icer Windshield Wash in anti-frost purple for $4.49. This and more at your Napa parts store, St. Robert Auto Supply, where you get the good stuff 7 days a week.
From short stacks to family memories, from cuddly companions to outdoor adventures, the Bank of Missouri is here for all of life's moments. As a local community bank, we work closely with our customers to understand their priorities and the changes that affect their finances. So whether you need us to be the bank of pancake breakfasts, the bank of new best friends, or the bank of fireside memories, the Bank of Missouri can help you live well, bank well.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
Back here once again at the Parkview High School Gymnasium, where we've got ourselves a bit of a contest here during halftime. One of the Parkview High School students trying to do the old layup free throw, three-pointer, and half-court shot. Didn't hear what they're trying to win, but he's on the three-pointer. I'll keep you updated there on that. But, of course, we are at half here. Ooh, sunk the three-point shot. 32-6 is our score. Half-point shot. A little bit too long. 32-6, our halftime score here as Waynesville blanked in the first quarter. Definitely struggled to really kind of find any kind of key word tonight. The word of the day has really been decisiveness. Waynesville has really not had a player tonight who have decided that they're going to be the one to really pick up the pace in lieu of missing leading scorer Tyreek Brooks. So you have Luther Sapanzik, does have 4 points in this game. He was able to find a couple buckets in there, but I'd like to see a more aggressive team when we come out of the break. A team that also needs to get aggressive on the defensive side. Hands in the face of shooters. Parkview really laying out the three-pointers here today. But let's take a look at individual scoring numbers again for Waynesville. No points in the first quarter, but 6 in quarter number 2. Sapanzik, he's got 4 of those points. And then DJ Horry, some second chance points for him. Got the offensive rebound, able to put it back up and in for his 2 points on the day. So, again, 6 points at the half here for Waynesville. Now, Parkview, they came out, again, a 17-0 run to start off the contest. In fact, Waynesville's first 2 points came to start off the second quarter there, but Parkview right now, they're being led by the only scorer in double digits. That's Kevin Parker. He's got himself 11 points, including 3 3-pointers here in this one, showing up big on senior night for the lone Parkview senior. Of course, you also have several other scorers, most who have done their work from outside here tonight. TJ Hill, he's currently got 6 points in this one. Elias Govin's got 5. 3 points apiece for both Anthony Nunda and Carlitos Sanchez, and then 2 points apiece for Desai Green and Jameel Johnson. Johnson, a couple free throws. Desai Green, a putback, some second chance points there for him. Again, 17 at the end of the first quarter and 32 at the half for the Parkview Vikings. So obviously just not the way you want this first half to go. If you are Waynesville, you got to take a look at this one and say, well, we got to come out and we got to try something different here in the second half. I really think you can't come out and play the same ball game. So we'll see what kind of adjustments Coach Pills is able to make, whether that be simply taking more shots or just trying to drive to the basket and get some shots inside. I know you are playing into some stellar height here today. Again, Jameel Johnson about 6'7", and then Elias Govin stands at about 6'6". But if you drive, you get aggressive, you create some contact, you might get a shot blocked or two. But the fact of the matter is, it beats what you're doing now. Just kind of passing it around the perimeter, not really creating a whole lot of shots, running down some time before eventually just giving it up on a bad pass or a half-court trap. So that's what I'm personally looking for here, but we'll see how Waynesville comes out here. We'll see if maybe Waynesville goes a little bit deeper in the bench here as well. Maybe see some players that we didn't see in that first half. Maybe the freshman Cody Black, maybe Bishop Godwin. Of course, Godwin in the junior varsity game, he got off to a fairly quick start there. Kind of fell off as well. JV falling here tonight by about 26, I do believe was your final score, a 26-point margin of victory. But maybe we see Bishop Godwin. We saw him earlier in the week against Lebanon. Maybe we see Desmond Jackson checking the ball game, or Jaden Cruz. We'll see. Of course, I can throw out a bunch of what ifs. I can kind of throw out a whole lot of info here, but we'll see maybe if we also see Nephi Isaac get some time here. Isaac coming in, getting the foul, getting a couple free throws. Wasn't able to make either free throw, but that's a chance at some points. And that's really what you need now. You just need to give yourself the chance to score. We got about 2 minutes left to go here in this halftime period. Just want to remind you that we are not done with Waynesville basketball after tonight. We've got one more game for you tomorrow. We've got the Waynesville Tigers. They'll get back to it as they take on the Camdenton Lakers back in Tiger Town, back at the Waynesville High School Gymnasium. That game, I believe, is scheduled for 7 o'clock. In fact, I can actually check that one for you. I have Misha pulled up and everything. So, either tune in maybe about 6:30, maybe tune in at 7. That's Parkview's schedule. They play their games at 7:30 around here. And that game does not have a time scheduled. So, as is the case, we don't have a time on Misha. So, tune in, I would say, around 6:30 or so. Maybe enjoy some tunes. Like I said, BB Rexa, she's got a new song out. It's pretty solid. Miley Cyrus, she's got that new song, Flowers, that I'll admit is kind of a banger. So listen to some tunes, and eventually we'll bring Tigers basketball for you, whether that be at 7 or 7:30. And then next week, don't forget the Class 2 District 9 tournament is talking about that with my colleague, Gary Canance. Of course, Gary will be helping me out the first couple days in those first round games. Those tournaments going to be wide open. So if you like very close games, you like some competitive basketball, tune in, especially that first day. It all starts with the 4 and 5 seeds. Newburgh and Iberia, both the boys and the girls, going to kick off with that same matchup. Of course, all that will be heard right here, 97.9 The Source. Defy Isaac, he'll actually start the half with the basketball, and wouldn't you know it, as Isaac gets a shot blocked by Johnson. Driving to the left, out of bounds, staying with Waynesville. We have pretty much an all-new lineup here for the Tigers. Only starter out there on the floor, that's DJ Horry, but you've got Isaac, you've got Jaden Cruz, you've got Desmond Jackson, and also Cody Black as well. So, did not know that was going to happen, but maybe a bit, maybe Coach Pills and I thinking kind of the same thing there. Let your JV guys get in there and let them try to get something going here. DJ Horry in the right corner, going to go over to the left wing. Isaac calls it in. Isaac, the bright blue shoes there, always a fan. Over now to Cruz. Cruz moving to his right. Going to hand it off here. Black, guarded by Hill. Coming to the right wing, looking to drive all the way in. Leaves the layup, and it's good. Cody Black gets in the book tonight. He's got his first 2. Here's a three-pointer, though. TJ Hill off the front of the rim. Offensive rebound. Sanchez hauls it in. He's got the right-hand runner. It's good. So 34-8 now our score. Sanchez, he's now got 5. Here's a steal. Sanchez looking to create contact with Black, but he's got the right side layup anyway. Good for another 2, 36-8. Leads 28 here. Isaac trying to avoid the double team, does so. Able to pass it on back to Black. Black coming up the right side of the floor, going to break the 10 count. He's met by Hill. Hill looking to go all the way to the basket. No, excuse me, Black. His shot's blocked by Govan. Govan up the left sideline here, bringing it up to the wing. Picks up the dribble, back to Hill, over to Sanchez. Lining up the three-pointer here, guarded by Horry. Now Black going to pick him up. Lob pass inside, out to the left wing. Inside, back now over to Johnson. Johnson working on Horry. Got the hook shot, it's good. 38-8 now, 6 minutes left to go. Jackson over to the top of the key. Horry with it. Horry guarded by Johnson. Horry to the elbow now. Passing it on out over to Cruz. Cruz off to Black here. Black thought about the 3. Instead, starts the dribble to Horry. Nice cut there. Jaden Cruz good for 2. So Cruz has his first 2. A beautiful cut. Nice pass there. Black on the assist. Inside, though, Johnson has it on the left block. Going to work through Horry. Left the layup a bit long, though, and it's rebounded by Cruz. Here comes Cruz. Lost the dribble. Coming up the sideline, though. Ball back over to Parkview. 38-10 now. We have a whistle. Timeout taken by Waynesville. It'll be a 30-second timeout. 5:40 left to go here in this third quarter. It'll be a full timeout. Nope, they'll change it to a full timeout. So let's go ahead and make it 60. Back in 60, you're listening to Tiger Basketball 97.9 The Source.
Gasco Sage Electric is owned by their consumer members who use their electricity and other services. They've been providing services to Camden, Marys, Miller, Phelps, and Pulaski counties since 1945. Much like electricity, Gasco Sage considers broadband internet to be an essential service, not just in the big cities, but right here in the rural communities they serve. They work hard at making a difference in the futures of the communities they serve. As a new G-Tech Fiber customer, you can soon be part of their high-speed fiber-to-home broadband network. Give them a call today, 573-759-7146.
Turn on the heat. Call AirServe Heating and Air in West Waynesville and get your existing system checked and serviced. If it's time to step up and get a new system, the Luxair high-performance heating and air equipment is top of the line. Luxair sets the standard year in and year out with new features and innovations in the industry and has since 1954. Your Luxair system is just a phone call away at AirServe Heating and Air at 433-3613 or stop by the office on Historic Route 66 in West Waynesville and ask about the Luxair Advantage.
Side layup, good for two as we get back to it. 30 points the lead here for Parkview. 5:22 left to go in the third. 40-10 our score. Desmond Jackson on the drive. He'll add another two. Jackson in the scoring book here tonight. You doubled your first half total tonight for the Tigers. It's 40-12. Again, a whole new look lineup on the floor right now for Waynesville. None of your starters except for DJ Horry out on the floor here in this third quarter. That's the way you started things. Three of them been able to find themselves open layups. Here's Govan looking to move left baseline here. Spins back to his right, off the backboard and in. Govan adds another basket. He's got 9 now tonight, 42-12. Phi Isaac, high arcing three, front of the rim, no good. Waynesville flying in for the rebound, ends up out of bounds. We say last touch by Govan. Comes back to Waynesville, they'll inbound from underneath. Couple subs here, Bishop Godwin into the ball game, as well as Ethan Esquera. Esquera looking like he's going to replace Horry. Cruz coming out of the ball game as well. Jackson tries to inbound it to Esquera. It's stolen away. Parkview tripping over themselves here. Ball ends up on the floor. Bit unfortunate there for the Vikings. Govan, I believe, tripped over Johnson. Govan, he's okay. Driving in, fouled. Will be a foul on the floor. I do believe so. Nope, they're going to take it to the line here. No, hold on. Govan to the line, but it looks like they're going to call that foul on the floor. It's a foul on Jackson, his first. Team first. Parkview quickly inbounds it here. Parker on the left wing. Picked up by Godwin. Going for the step back three. Instead, fades to his left. Got another one. Parker with his 4-3 of the game. Make that 14 for him, 45-12. Desmond Jackson kicks it out to the corner here. Godwin hauls it in. Godwin over to Isaac. Isaac on to Esquera. Esquera on to Isaac here. On the right block, out to the left corner. Godwin looking for three. Back of the rim, no good. Picked up, though, Anthony Nunda. Nunda outlet pass up the floor. Here's Govan. Govan underneath Johnson. Johnson going to slam it in. (47-12) now, 3:32. Jackson top of the key. High arcing three-pointer. Drained it. So Jackson hits the three. He's now your leading scorer tonight with 5. First three-pointer tonight for Waynesville. Here comes Josiah Green. Layup, no good. Good defense there by Esquera. Jackson brings it to the left wing. Johnson drives it in on Green. Outside to Isaac. Isaac, a nice pump fake. Got him to bite. Trying to throw it back out now to the corner. Going to get it on over to Jackson. Jackson on to Black. Inside. Esquera on the right block. Over to Jackson. Jackson looking for another. No, this time rolls off the rim. And it's rebounded by Parkview. 3 minutes left to go here in the third. Parker tossing over to Johnson. Johnson finding Green in stride. Green, underhanded layup. No good. There for the rebound. That's Jackson. 47-15 our score now. Again, 9 points in the quarter for Waynesville. This has been their best quarter of the night. Isaac looking for three. Too long. Well, again, on the rebound there, it's Govan. Godwin to the left side, Parker. Parker over to Govan. Guarded by Godwin. Here's Green. Green got the bright pink shoes. Three-pointer. Anthony Nunda. Too hard. Black tipping the ball to Esquera. Very selfish move. Giving Esquera the rebound there, but it's Black who takes the pass and brings it up the center of the floor. 2:01 left to go in the third. Godwin over to Jackson. Left wing, here's Isaac. To the block, Esquera. Godwin moving to his right here. Inside, middle of the lane, trying to step through it. Trying to go back out to the wing, but Govan steals it away. Long pass down the floor here. Johnson hauls it in. Shot over Esquera. Off the front of the rim and in. So Johnson gets himself another basket here. So we'll have a timeout taken. Just a substitution timeout. We see Tayshawn Finley and Christian Cordova check back in here. Only starter left on the floor here for Parkview. Actually, only have 4 players out on the floor right now for Parkview. Somebody's got to get back out there. Green will do so. You have no starters out on the floor for either side here in the third quarter. And Waynesville just kind of let this one get away from them early. It's been an uphill battle. Three-pointer, Jaden Cruz, no good. It's rebounded by Parker. Parker to the right wing now. Guard back out to the wing. Up top, over to Finley. Finley to the left wing, Green. Up top, Parker. Parker on to Cordova. Shot over Horry. Horry is your only starter on the floor. Excuse me, didn't see Horry checking back in the game. Three-pointers missed, and it's rebounded by Godwin. Godwin, middle of the lane. Nice thought there. Couldn't complete the pass. Coming back with Parkview. Had a square open on the right block, but the pass a bit too high for him to handle. Vikings come back once again. Leads 34, 49-15. Long three-pointer for Nunda. Front of the rim, Parkview clearing out. Isaac's got the rebound. 42 seconds left to go here. Isaac, right wing, over to Cruz. Cruz on to Horry now. Horry, top of the key. On to Isaac. Isaac off to Godwin. Godwin near the right sideline, near the Waynesville bench. Going to bring it back to his left, top of the key, dribbles all the way to the opposite wing before tossing it out to the half-court line. Waynesville perhaps holding for the final shot here. It's Cruz. Takes it into the corner. Giving it on over to Isaac. Setting up maybe the ISO here. Isaac, top of the key, trying to drive in. Throws up an awkward shot, no good. Rebounded by Esquera, one dribble, trying to put it up and in. Set putback's not there. Rebounded by Nunda. Nunda full court shot. Throws it off the wall. It's no good. That's how we'll end the third quarter of play. So 8 minutes left to play here in this one. Again, Waynesville, unfortunately, just did not have it from the get-go here. We'll have a running clock when we go back. 49-15 our score. You're listening to Waynesville Tiger Basketball. 97.9 The Source.
Mailbox It in St. Robert is now your complete shipping headquarters. Mailbox It is a UPS authorized shipping agent. They can ship your package UPS, accept UPS drop-offs, and can accept UPS returns with a shipping label. Add FedEx and the United States Postal Service, and why go anywhere else? Mailbox It is the go-to resource for packing, shipping, printing, and business service needs. Mailbox It is a copy, print, and document service center. They can even print your photos and canvases. Mailbox It, 213 Suite 3, St. Robert Boulevard.
The trucks are coming in and coming in. Lowe Chevrolet in Waynesville has vehicles on the lot with your name on it. Stop by and check out the selection. Take your pick and drive off the lot today with a new or pre-owned vehicle of your choice. Lowe Chevrolet can help you with financing, service, and so much more. Serving the community you live in for over 30 years. Lowe Chevrolet, off I-44, exit 156 in Waynesville.
Back here for the final quarter here in Springfield, Parkview High School, 49-15. Waynesville trailing by 34. It's a running clock here in the fourth quarter. Parkview, their starters out on the floor. Waynesville going with that JV approach, letting some of the younger players out there on the floor. DJ Horry, your only starter out there at the moment. It'll be Horry who gets the rebound off a missed three-pointer as he brings it up the floor. Waynesville, 9 points in the third quarter. Most of them against the Parkview starters. Again, this lineup out there on the floor, Esquera, Godwin, Isaac, Cruz. And then also Cody Black starting things out in the third quarter. They were able to get some early baskets there, creating some opportunity. During halftime, I really mentioned that's what I wanted to see. This game might be out of hand, but I want to see if they can continue to do that here in this final 8 minutes. Godwin looking to drive middle of the floor, had it stripped, but picked up by Esquera. Over to Horry, onward to Cruz. Already get a wholesale substitution here for Parkview. We'll also get a few subs for Waynesville. Esquera shot on the right block, had the opportunity, can't get it to go though. It's rebounded by Johnson. Looks like 4 substitutions incoming for the Vikings. Kevin Parker for 3, left corner. No good. Johnson on the rebound though. Simply reached over the top of Horry. Three-pointer for Sanchez. That one's no good. Johnson getting the rebound once again. Onward to Sanchez. Sanchez, left block. Gonna bring it out to the left wing, guarded by Cruz. Wing to wing, over to Sanchez. Left elbow. Up top, Govan. Govan into the corner here. Johnson for three, off the side of the backboard, no good. I think that answers the question. Think about it in the first half. Here's Godwin. He's fouled. He'll head to the line for two. I was thinking whether we see Johnson or Govan, who I don't think are necessarily three-point threats. I didn't know if they'd at least let him try. They let him. And I think we can all see why now. But it is going to be Bishop Godwin. He's at the line. A chance to add himself to the books tonight with two. Johnson smiling there. As a big man, or as big as we were back in 2013, 2014, I understand the feeling. You work inside. You don't get to come outside very often. But when you get that opportunity, you take that shot. Godwin did miss the first. Second one incoming, though. Second one is good. So Godwin, he's got himself his first point. Cuts the lead here to 33, 49-16. 5:20 left to go. Again, this one going to wrap up relatively quickly with the running clock, unless Waynesville can bring it back to within 30. Kevin Parker, your last starter on the floor. Again, senior night for him tonight. Otherwise, whole new lineup as Parker takes the three. Top of the key, good. Parker with his fifth three of the night. He's got 17, 52-16. Desmond Jackson now driving to his right. Ball tipped by Finley. He'll come up with the steal. Up the floor now, going to find Finley. Finley off to Parker. Parker has it stripped away. Out of bounds, staying here with Parkview. Nuna inbound from the baseline. Parker looking for another three here. That one's off the front of the rim. Rebounded, though, underneath by Finley. His shot's no good. Gets his own rebound once more. Misses the third try, but he is fouled this time. He's going to shoot two. Foul's going to be called on Cody Black, who picks up his first. Team's second. Halfway through this fourth quarter, first shot. Back to the rim, no good. Finley looking to become the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th scorer tonight for Parkview. Second free throw, rattles out, no good. Cruz there for the rebound. 3:47 now on the clock here. Isaac hands it off here to Black. To the corner here, Horry for three, got it! DJ Horry good for three. Horry hits the three, he's got five now. Here comes Nunda on the attack, misses the layup. Ball tipped up the floor, Isaac has it. Isaac looking to go all the way in here. He's got the layup for two. So Isaac's got his first 2 points here. 52-21, leads back to 31. Three-pointer, though, for Green, got it. $55-21 now, 3 minutes to go. Here comes Isaac, up and under, off the rim, no good. Isaac showing off his stuff. Here's one of a whistle, traveling violation called against Parkview. And as we get some more substitutions here, and some new names into the game for Parkview. Some of the junior varsity players here. Saw him earlier tonight. Jace McGuire into the ball game. Isaiah Hampton. Chris Young there as well. McGuire with it. Off to Parker. Parker looking for a three from the volleyball line. Got it. $58-21 now. Horry holds it on the left wing. Backing off, lobs a pass inside for Cruz. Cruz now to Horry. Horry looking for a second three. No, that one's too hard. Rebounded by Black. Black, the right-hand runner on the baseline. Got it. Good shot there for Black off the offensive rebound. He's now got 4. 58-23 now. Parker on back now over 2. That's Zoe Black. Whistle. Timeout taken here by Parkview. Standing ovation for the senior Kevin Parker as he checks out of the game now. Placed by Christian Cordova. Chris Young hits the three out of the substitution timeout. Jaden Cruz with it. Underhanded layup, bucket in the foul. So Cruz will get a chance at the three-point play. He's got 4 tonight. Just a minute 15 left to go. Cruz takes the free throw. Front of the rim, gets his own rebound. Has it knocked away, though, by McGuire. And Black comes up with a steal. He had a chance maybe for the old-fashioned 2-and-2. Missed the and one, getting another layup. 1 minute left to go here. Cordova for three now. Got that one. Waynesville just kind of letting Parkview chuck threes here in the final few minutes. They've hit their last 5 now. But, of course, not going to have a real impact on this game. The last question is the final margin of victory. 64-25 now. Jackson driving in, right side layup, got another. Jackson now your leading scorer once more with 7 tonight. We'll see if that might be the final shot of the game here, or if Parkview wants to take one more. McGuire passing on back to Young. Young ball on hip. That'll be it for this one. As Waynesville, unfortunately, just did not have the aggressiveness from the get-go. Passing the ball around, not getting the hand in the face of shooters. Parkview made them pay here tonight. Your final score in this one going to be 64-27. So we'll do what we always do as Waynesville falls to 9-15 on the season. We'll take ourselves 2 minutes. We'll come back. We'll wrap this one up. We'll take a look at the book, and then we'll go ahead and get you set up for that game tomorrow against Camdenton. But again, your final score, Parkview 64, Waynesville 27. Come back in 2. You're listening to Tiger Basketball 97.9 The Source.
Fall is in the air, but this family is in turmoil. Here's Mom, Dad, and even little Sally. Why are they upset? Well, there's the laundry, the dishes, the floors, the office, the yard work, and PTA, the homework, soccer, and dance class. And nobody has time to cook a good meal. All right, family, now huddle up. Here's the plan.
Home Plate Grill of Dixon is not only the place to get a great home-cooked meal anytime, but you also get outstanding service that is quick and affordable. Home Plate Grill of Dixon, down-home comfort food and exceptional service that keeps you coming back again and again.
Hi, this is Brad Shelton at the Marys County Bank. Every day, the Marys County Bank touches every corner of your life and supports you as you turn your life's goals into accomplishments. Whether it's purchasing your first car, opening a small business, buying a home, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. From your first car to a new life after retirement, the Marys County Bank is there for all your life's milestones with our full line of products. Stop by one of our 10 locations and see how the Marys County Bank can support your dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back here once again at Valhalla Court, here at the Parkview High School Gymnasium. As we wrap this one up here, final score, Waynesville just unfortunately didn't have it from the get-go tonight. They fall 64-27. Connor Harbert here with you, 97.9 The Source. As we wrap this one up here, we go ahead and take a look at the books here real quick. For Waynesville tonight, your leading scorer came off the bench, making his first appearance in the third quarter here tonight. That was Desmond Jackson. He had himself a couple shots inside the three-point line. Also had a three-pointer there as well. He finishes with 7 here today. He did have a few other scores here tonight. Waynesville actually spreading it out quite a bit here today. Very different from past games, but that's going to be a necessity moving forward here if the Tigers do want to overcome not having your leading scorer. You also had in the books tonight DJ Horry. How about Horry in the final quarter? Hit the three-pointer from the corner. He finishes with 5 here tonight. Then you had 3 scores with 4 apiece. You had Luther Sapanzik, you had Cody Black, and Jaden Cruz all with 2. Again, for Black and Cruz, all their points came in the second half. With 2 points tonight, you had Nephi Isaac, and then Bishop Godwin rounds things out there. He had a free throw in the fourth quarter to finish with 1. Didn't add up Parkview just yet here, still working on it. Trying to learn how to count by 3. That really the story of this game. The 3-point shooting was on point for the Vikings here tonight. Most of their damage done from outside, but fortunately they had quite a few different scores, so not really having to count too much in the way of big numbers. Their leading scorer, though, that would be the senior. A 5 3-pointer night for Kevin Parker. He finishes with 20 here today. 8 points, Jameel Johnson. 9 points for Elias Govan. 7 points for Carlitos Sanchez. 5 points for Desire Green. And 3 points apiece for 3 different scores. Christian Cordova, Anthony Nunda, and Jace McGuire as well. So Waynesville, again, they fall to 9-15 on the season. But they'll have to kind of put this one behind them. And they'll have to get ready for next Saturday. This Saturday, I should say. Or tomorrow, actually, is a better way to put it there, as they will be facing a Ozark Conference rival, another Ozark Conference rival in the Camdenton Lakers. We know what we need to see there. We need to see somebody step up. We need to see aggressiveness here today. I know at some point Parkview started to put those JV players into the ballgame there, but I will say I really liked a lot of what I saw from the younger players here tonight for Waynesville. Guys like Desmond Jackson getting in there. Guys like Cody Black. Guys like, well, I'd even say DJ Horry in the start. Definitely had himself a solid outing in the second half there. Guys like Nephi Isaac and Bishop Godwin. They came in. They drove to the basket. We need to see that against Camdenton. Cannot afford to pass it around there, take no shots, and then turn it over. You got to at least give yourself a chance to put up some points here to win. So I think that'll go ahead and do it for us here tonight. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow, our last Waynesville regular season game. Like I said, we will be joining Waynesville for district games. Both districts going to be played in Eureka, but that is at the start of March. And next week we do have Class 2 District 9 action for you. So we will be going ahead and covering those 6 days of basketball. All starts on Monday. Gonna be in Richland. The boys district gonna be played in Richland. We will have, of course, the 4 seed and the 5 seed, the Iberia Rangers taking on the Newburgh Wolves. Iberia, I do believe the 4 seed, Newburgh is the 5. Then we'll have Stowin and Vienna for you after that. Gary Canance, he'll guest star on the broadcast. He'll be on the play-by-play for that one. I will go ahead and move on over to color for that game. And then we'll have the 3-6 matchup that I believe will be Crocker taking on Richland. No, excuse me, that'll be Crocker and Vienna. I do believe it is going to be Stowin and Richland in that 2-7 matchup. But either way, make sure to tune in. That'll be at 5 o'clock on Monday. Then Tuesday, we get started at 4:30. We'll start 30 minutes earlier than we do on Monday. Why is that the case? I'm not actually sure, but we'll be in Lakeway, not too far from Waynesville. As we get going there again, another 4-5 matchup. It'll be Newburgh and Iberia, again, part 2. We'll see. Once again, of course, that time around, Newburgh going to be the 4 seed, Iberia going to be the 5 seed. Then we'll have your 2-7, Crocker, the Lady Lions. They've earned the 2 seed. They'll be taking on the number 7 seeded Vienna Lady Eagles. And then we'll have the 3-6. That'll be Stoutland and Richland once more. So you actually have 2 matchups that are pretty much exactly the same. In fact, I need to take a look at the brackets there once again, but I can promise you, it's going to be very exciting basketball. We've got 6 days of games from the very first tip all the way to the championship game on Saturday. So with all that being said, I think that'll go ahead and do it for us here tonight. Make sure to tune in tomorrow, the Waynesville Tigers against the Camdenton Lakers. But for Dan back in the studio, I am Connor Harbert. Hope you enjoy listening to this one. Much I enjoy bringing it to you here tonight. Your final score once more, Parkview 64, Waynesville 27. Until tomorrow, you've been listening to Waynesville Tiger Basketball right here, 97.9, The Source. Good night, everybody. Be good people.
You've been listening to Waynesville Lady Tiger and Tiger Basketball on 97.9 FM. Our games have been brought to you by Air Serv Heating and Air, the Marys County Bank, Mailbox It, Lowe's Chevrolet Memorial Chapels, Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company, Flo's 66 Diner, and Morris Ford, your shelter insurance agents, Dave Hollett in Richland and John Gregory in Crocker, and St. Robert Auto Supply. We hope you've enjoyed tonight's broadcast on 97.9 FM. See you next time with more Waynesville Tiger and Lady Tiger Basketball.